Religious freedom, a fundamental human right enshrined in international law, is increasingly under threat across the globe. From authoritarian regimes to rising nationalism, millions of individuals are facing persecution for their beliefs. In China, the government's sinicization policy aims to align all religious activities with Communist Party ideologies. This has led to the closure of churches, imprisonment of religious leaders, and increased surveillance of religious communities. Children of Christian parents face discrimination in school and have been prevented from attending Christian meetings. A new and comprehensive anti-espionage law means that Christians who communicate with foreigners are at risk. This risk is growing as China combines artificial intelligence with aggressive surveillance. In China, the government's sinicization policy aims to align all religious activities with Communist Party ideologies. This has led to the closure of churches, imprisonment of religious leaders, and increased surveillance of religious communities. Children of Christian parents face discrimination in school and have been prevented from attending Christian meetings. A new and comprehensive anti-espionage law means that Christians who communicate with foreigners are at risk. This risk is growing as China combines artificial intelligence with aggressive surveillance. Since the Taliban's return to power, religious minorities in Afghanistan, particularly Christians, face severe persecution. Converts to Christianity risk family rejection, community ostracism, and arrest. Possession of Christian materials can lead to imprisonment or worse. In India, the rise of Hindu nationalism has led to increased discrimination and violence against religious minorities, particularly Muslims and Christians. The implementation of anti-conversion laws in several states has criminalized religious conversions, often targeting non-Hindu communities. Reports of mob attacks on religious minorities and the destruction of places of worship have escalated, raising concerns about the erosion of religious freedoms. In the United States, a federal judge ruled against 27 religious organizations that sought to limit immigration enforcement in places of worship. The plaintiffs, including Christian and Jewish groups such as Mennonite Church USA and Central Conference of American Rabbis, had sued the Trump administration following the rescission of long-standing policies that protected sensitive locations, including churches, from immigration enforcement. The judge determined they lacked legal standing, asserting their alleged harm was speculative and there was no evidence that places of worship had been specifically targeted. This decision has raised concerns about the erosion of religious sanctuary and the potential chilling effect on religious gatherings. International organizations play a crucial role in advocating for religious freedom. The United States Commission on International Religious Freedom, or USCIRF, monitors religious freedom violations globally and advises the U.S. government on policy responses. It has consistently highlighted countries like China and North Korea for egregious violations. Religions for Peace is an international coalition of representatives from the world's religions dedicated to promoting world peace. With consultative status with the United Nations Economic and Social Council, UNESCO, and UNICEF, the organization works to foster interfaith dialogue and cooperation to advance peace and religious freedom. The King Abdullah bin Abdulaziz International Center for Interreligious and Intercultural Dialogue, or KAICIID, is an intergovernmental organization that promotes interreligious and intercultural dialogue to prevent and resolve conflict. Established in 2012, KAICIID brings together religious leaders and political decision-makers to develop and implement multilateral solutions that promote social cohesion and interreligious understanding. Grassroots movements are also pivotal in advocating for religious freedom. In Australia, the Muslim advocacy group Muslim Votes Matter has engaged in political advocacy to address concerns about religious freedom in schools. Despite disagreements with some policies, they continue to push for reforms that protect religious rights. GreenFaith is an interfaith environmental organization that integrates religious teachings with environmental activism. In 2024, GreenFaith collaborated with 350.org to protest the Mountain Valley Pipeline in North Carolina, citing religious obligations to protect the earth. The organization also worked with the Australian Religious Response to Climate Change to mobilize climate action, demonstrating how religious communities are uniting to advocate for both environmental and religious freedoms. Religious freedom is not just a privilege, it's a fundamental human right. As we've seen, this right is under threat in many parts of the world. However, through the efforts of international organizations and grassroots movements, there is hope. Together, we can advocate for and protect religious freedom for all.